definitions for the software engineering in previous classes. Okay, any definition you can define actually. And software engineering, a very generalized common definition is software engineering is concerned with the practicalities for developing and delivering the useful software. This is a very simple definition. Software engineering is concerned with the practicalities of the developing and delivering the useful software. Still, it requires the computer science because it will give us a lot of theory and fundamentals, which is more required to develop any kind of software system. This is what a basic definition we can follow it. So now looking into the objective and the goals. Okay. See, objective and goal is normally not a very common things. You see, somebody is trying to admit. Yes. So here, look into this objective first. If you are clearly understanding the objective, it is easy to understand major goals of the software engineering. Our objective in software engineering will tell us why software engineering is so much important for our lives. Objective of a software engineering is very much important, specifically to identify the new problems. To identify the new problems, first of all. When we are identifying a new kind of problem statement, obviously we'll try to find out the solutions in software production. So the objective of a software engineering is something to identify the new problems. The problem means what is required for leading a happy life in the society. See, for example, if we don't have an ATM software, what can we do? All of we need to go to the bank and has to wait for hours of time, even to deposit the money or to withdraw the money. So that is the most common problems. Our human being time is going to be lot of much is eating by the bankers at that time. But nowadays, that is not at all the case. You can simply go to any kind of bank ATM. You can deposit, you can withdraw it. So our life is makes very easy. This is what the problem. So whatever the need is there in the society, the people what they are expecting to make life is easy and easy retrieval and easy accessible of the systems. So the regular activities to make it very simple, we are trying to identify first of all the problem where the human beings are facing a lot. Once we are finding out the problem, we are trying to find out the solutions in software production. This is what the important objective of software engineering. So now identified a problem and we are trying to identify the solution, of course. So what after that, how to practically implement that solution? It is very much important. See, we are saying that software engineering is something like which will give us practically the outcomes. It is not a theoretical science like computer science to talk about a fundamental part, right? So for implementing a proper quality outputs, we need to study a new systematic methods. We need to find out a new logical principles and approaches for the system analysis, as well as the design, implementing, testing, and maintenance. So this common process will be there for all types of software projects implementation. When you're talking about a software project is nothing but you need to start from analysis, later convert into a graphical presentation design, and later divide the complex system into a small subsystem which is consisting the software modules, write the code logically, later Use the testing methodologies to test that code, later send for maintenance trace. Okay, see, these are all are going to be very much important here. When you're talking about identifying a problem, one second, please. Yeah, when you're trying to identify a problem, just a minute. Yes, when we are identifying a problem, obviously we need to find out a solution. Okay, this solution, how to give us nothing but these are all the various very much important things. Okay, so please give me 1 minute. Sir. Yes. Okay. So software objective we are discussing, no? So we are objective is we need to identify the problem first. Later we need to address with a solution. For addressing the solution only, we have to study the newly existing systematic models, methods, principles, and later we have to analyze. Analyze is nothing but we are comparing which is the best model, which is the best requirement we need actually to write the program. Similarly, we need to design, implement, test, and maintain it. Okay, so this is what the objective of a software engineering. So if I ask you a question like what is the objective of software engineering, you should say identify the new problems, identify the new problem statements and solutions in the software production. This is the important thing. And also software engineering, another objective is we need to study a new systematic methods, principles, approaches for system design, analysis, implementation, testing, and maintenance. And the later one is provide new ways to control, manage, and monitor software process. Right? So whatever already existing is existed. It doesn't matter. But newly in the new direction to improve the quality of the software. Okay, see, to write in a new direction, way, method, and to give a proper reliability and to generate an exact desirable output for the client, we need to think in that way always. Okay, very simple program. Maybe you are writing a for loop statement, but if you are writing in C, if you are writing in Java, there is a lot of difference because the language itself, it is what actually an advantage here. right? Because it is a complex oriented thing, whereas it is the object oriented thing. So obviously, so always we need to find out the new ways here to write the program. Similarly, we need to think about to control, manage, and monitoring the software processes. Whatever existing, that is not simply blindly we need to follow. We have to find out the new ways for that and build the new software tool. Thank you, sir. Build the new software tools and environments to support software engineering. Yeah, sir. Thank you. Build the new software tools and environment to support the software engineering. See here, tools, I said, the example like Eclipse is a software tool, new software tool. Springer is a new software tool. Right, lot of frameworks we have, and commonly at BTech CSC level, the students are using NetBeans IDE to run your JSP servlet. Okay, to run any advanced Java programming. Normally, the people are prefer to use, okay, that IDEs, NetBeans. Even to run your open source Apache Tomcat server also, normally people will start with the NetBeans because it is very easy, comfortable, and open source tool it is. So this is what a tool where all the other IDEs or all the other programming languages, servers, so other Java components are integrated development environment. So we are trying to use most efficient, reliable, open source new software tools. Maybe the project has been done previously in some kind of environment, but newly you are deploying a new software tool to improve the reliability, fast accessibility. It is also acceptable. So something the benefit you are trying to increase, you are trying to produce. So this is what the objective. Right, a software engineering objectives, you need to write these all 4 points. For that, first need to identify new problem and address with a solution. You need to study all the existing systematic methods to implement, and you need to provide a new directions to control, manage, and monitor. And you need to build a new software tools. You need to use the new software tools which is supporting the complete reliable environment for the software engineering. These 4 points are objectives, right? See, and coming to the goal, see, if you say this point, you will understand the definition, the difference between that objective and the goal. See, look at into this major goals here. Have a look once. Yes, yes. See, the software engineering major goals, right? To increase the software productivity and quality, right? To effectively control the software schedule and planning, to reduce the cost of the software development, to meet the customer's needs and requirement, to enhance the condition of software engineering process, to improve the current software engineering practice, to support the engineers' activities in a systematic and efficient manner. See, if you observe the difference between objectives and the goals is that objectives are precise actions, measurable steps at level of individuals or organizations. And groups take move very close to the goal. They are specific targets that typically have the time-bound schedule or a timeline for completion. See, if you look at into the previous one, the team itself, they are deciding what is their mission, what is their objective. So how to do, all developers along with the software organization teams, they are going to be deciding that we'll do this. This is what the problem, this is what the tool, this is what actually a systematic method which is best suited. Okay, but coming to the goal now, so when they started, already decided objective, so decided the project, decided what to follow systematic method, already decided how to manage, and decided already software tools. And now see, it is a at level of programmer or a developer, when they are writing the code individually, they need to increase the quality. How a programmer can increase the quality is nothing but normally by using the advanced features, the best features of the programming language, as well as they should not actually copy from the other existing codes. Yes, the quality should be there and the productivity also should be there. Productivity in the sense the desirable output, whatever expected from the side of the client. Quality is nothing but usage of the proper efficient programming language according to the syntaxes and semantics of the language by their own without copying from the existing code. The developer need to write the software. Okay, that is about the goal, major goal. So it is a short-term achievement. It is a goal, and depending on their individual responsibilities, they are able to increase the productivity and quality. Okay, but coming to the objective, if you observe, this is a group achievement. The entire organization achievement is defined here. But here, a short-term specific and a deadline goal, it is a achievement, a short-term achievement, it is a goal. To effectively control the software schedule and planning. See, scheduling is nothing but time scheduling. See, today we have decided a software engineering course up to the 50 minutes or 1 hour, 11 to 12 o'clock, like that. Similarly, when a developer writing a software functions or a modules, there is a deadline regarding the time. See, 15 days, the module 1 has to be finished. 22 days has to be completed for the testing. And 2.5 days has to be implemented to plan how to effectively control the scheduling. Right? So this is what actually the second goal. Of course, you are going to be writing very high quality productivity program, but you're taking too much time. You're taking to finish that project after the deadline. The deadline is given to you 28 days. You are taking 42 days to finish that project. This is not actually effective thing. See how much quality product you are defining, you are implementing logically in the software organization. The time is also very equally important. When the time you have been able to follow, if that software implementation is planned well, effective, then only it is able to follow the schedule. Right? See, in the same, normally you are writing a very high qualified product program and you are scheduling good, you are going to be planned very well, but you are depending on highly expensive software tools. I just wanted to write my program in a private cloud. To purchase that private cloud computing environment, I need around 12 lakhs rupees. See, you're writing a very good product, but the cost is too much high. See, even though, for example, you want to buy a nice writing pen, okay, but what you'll do, you're checking the quality of writing your pen as well as you're also checking the price, right? Your pen is writing very well manner, but just a minute, ma. Yes, your pen is writing very well defined manner, but the cost is around 250 rupees. So the number of people preferring to that purchase that pen is obviously reduced. No one generally prefer to purchase a pen using 250 rupees. Okay, so this is what actually happens. So here the important thing is equally important everything. Quality, schedule, plan, even cost of the software tool, important. And including these are all the things, the customer requirements, what actually customer is expecting. See, the customer want to utilize a bank ATM, right? But still, customer, for example, input given to withdraw only 100 rupees. But your bank ATM is going to be decreasing 100 rupees and gives you an output of 50 rupees. So the customer requirement is not satisfied here. This should not at all be happen like this, right? Even though you are writing all well your code, still you need to look at into the market. You need to look at into the customer requirement. You have defined a very highly qualified software system, but there is no use with that software for the customer. So obviously there is no use of implementing a software system, right? So this is also important. And next thing, another goal is to enhance the conduction of software engineering process. See, you can remind this very blindly. Engineering, software engineering process is nothing but that analysis, design, implementation, testing, and maintenance. These are all 5 phases. We are discussing a lot regarding these 5 phases in further classes. Okay, see the process what you are following, analysis to maintenance, or starting from implementation to maintenance, the order. This is also very much important. So first you are generally starting in a top-down approach of software implementing systems. You are following from analysis, later you will design, later you will write the code, later you are test it, later you are sending for maintenance phase. So how we are following this engineering process also a major goal for software engineering. And for example, you are writing, yes, yeah. See, yes, it is very much important to follow this process. Still, uh, yes, you are trying to implement a new kind of project, software project, but it has been already implemented by somebody else. Implemented by somebody else. Then that implemented software system may be having some at least 1 or 2 problems definitely. So you are been trying to remove the difficulties from the existing software. This is also acceptable as a major goal to improve the current software engineering practice. See, I am explaining each and every sentence with real-time examples. Try to follow it. Okay, already existing software is there, but you're trying to improve. You're trying to increase the performance. You're trying to increase the reliability. You're trying to increase that security level. That improvement in the current software engineering practice is also a major goal. To support the engineers' activities in the systematic and efficient manner, okay, so some of the administrators are employed, and this administrator employees are going to be supporting the engineering activities to implement your software system in a systematic way, in an efficient manner. This is also major goal. So if you observe this major short-term specific deadline goals, these goals has been defined from the all persons of the organization. In the all perspectives, these goals are defined. Not only from the side of developer, not only from the side of customer, not only from the side of cost, expensive thing, and not only from the side of existing software system, and not only from the side of the administrators. See, these are all people, okay, addressing all the software engineering or an industry as a major goals here. They are going to be surveying and they are going to be defined to satisfy all roles of the industry. These are what actually major goals. Objectives are these four, and you need to write major goals these 7. Okay, very much important. Still now, if you have any queries, you can ask me. See, I'm very happy if you have some queries. Something, yes, Jahnavi, you shared something. What is this? Yes, 523. Yes, ma?
Ma'am, it's a mistake, ma'am. Sorry.
Yeah, okay, okay. Okay, ma, no issue. Mute your speaker. Okay, see, if you have any network issues, you can drop a message in chat box. If you have any questions, I'll be very happy to answer. Yes. Okay. See, we'll see into the see. I'm not actually worrying about to complete the syllabus and all. I just wanted to give you a full 100% effort in this software engineering course because it is very much important, and this is only your future actually. You need to know everything. Don't think about like it is important for examination, whether it is gives you score and all. Learn everything in this course. See, why I'm saying like this is lot of the people will think about uh, software engineering is nothing but only we need to write the code. Lot of people even afraid of coding also. I know even lot of people from your sections also they are suffering a lot to write even a single logical instructions in the program at second year level. But please try to understand a software engineering responsibility is not only writing the code, not only writing the logical instructions. There is a lot of other tasks also. Some people are required to plan, some people are required to schedule, some of database administrators are required, some people are required to market the developer product, and some people are going to be required to discuss and conducting the client reviews. Some well communication people are required to address each and everything and to reduce the gap between your vendors as well as between the clients. Okay, lot of the other things also there, and nowadays lot of automated software tools are available. There is no actually lot of burden to write the code also. You people have started your engineering life with the C language. The C language is something very different and difficult also at first year stage. So don't feel that every language is this much of difficult. Don't think like this. Lot of easy ways are there to write the program, and lot of pseudo codes are available. You can take the pseudo code and you can improve it and you can use for your mini project as major projects also. Okay, yes, I think so. You don't have any queries. I did not receive any messages. I just wanted to move to the next slide. Yeah, a process framework. Okay, a process framework. Yes, process framework is nothing but, I told you a software engineering process is nothing but we'll start from analysis. Listen to me very carefully, I repeat. Analysis, design, implementation, testing, at last maintenance. These are the entire normal phases for developing any kind of project. Okay, so as part of this, we are talking about a process framework. As part of this project development, As part of the software system development, we have defined a process framework. So here we are talking about very common process framework to define the software engineering process. See, let us understand clearly first what is a framework. See, framework is nothing but which is consisting some group of activities, some set of activities. As part of this process framework, we are trying to address the very common set of actions, the very common generalized set of activities. Okay, these are very much important to develop a software system. So, a software system when you wanted to run, when you wanted to develop, a process framework is addressing what to do, how to start, what to check, what is important, and where to address. These are all the activities will be done. So the things only we are writing with the technical terms, framework activities for a software engineering process. Look at into the first thing, common process framework consisting what? Framework activities. What are the framework activities? The first one is work tasks. Work task is nothing but what is your work task now? You need to listen the class carefully. You should not cheat your faculty. Don't try to act here because I'm connecting to you virtually. These are your work tasks, no? Similarly, a work task is nothing but in the sense of software engineering. The software developers, software testers, software administrators, various roles here. So a developer task is has to write the program. A tester task is has to test the program whether it is delivering the proper product or not, whether it is achieving the output or not. And an administrator task is has to balance the database, has to administrate the database, properly storing the data in the tables or not. This is the work task. And a work product. See, after assigning a task to that persons, whether properly they are implementing, they are working properly or not. What is the product? Here, product is nothing but the output of the team. The developer work product is a program. A tester work product is a test report. An administrator work product is what? A database report. This is what work task and work product. We'll see something more. And a milestone and a deliverables. Milestone is nothing but, for example, a software system is going to be scheduled, planned to deliver in 14 months. So during the 14 months of the time, what is the status, how they have been implemented, how they did it actually the project. That is a milestone. And at last, after the 14 month, okay, what is the deliverable? Whether the quality product has been generated or not. The deliverable is satisfying the client requirement or not. That is a deliverable. At last, QA checkpoint. QA is nothing but quality assurance. See, the quality assurance team is there. Once a software system is going to be written logically and executed and tested and maintained well, what about the quality? Of course, it is generating the output, but it is satisfying all the test cases. Is it satisfying all the type of the customers that need to be checked? So for every module, for every software system, during every phase, there is a QA checkpoints. That is a separate team actually in the industry. They'll assure the quality. Yeah, quality assurance. And this all comes under an umbrella. We will call it actually an umbrella activities, which is taking care to deliver a proper product. So we'll see actually the same framework activities, how these will be done, and majorly what will be happening in the framework activities. And I said, these are all umbrella activities. Umbrella is nothing but all different kinds of the actions, events, activities which are commonly working under this framework process. Okay, so what are those activities separately? See, listen to me carefully. See, these are all activities. Why we are talking as nothing but, of course, to give a quality product. What are the steps we need to take care, and what are the steps we need to follow to generate a proper quality product? For that, these framework activities are very much important. See, again, we'll call back this framework activities, these umbrella activities, which are very much important to run, to produce a proper deliverable, a proper output, I can say. Right? See, process framework activities, what kind of events it is dealing, what kind of actions it is talking about in a software organization is nothing but communication. Communication means what? Between a vendor and a client. Client is what? Who required actually your developed software. Vendor is what? Who is providing actually the software system. See, for example, I'm a teacher and you are the student. If we don't have a proper communication, I don't know your status and you don't know what I'm explaining. Yes or no? That is the reason for implementing a proper communication, a common language we are using. Very much important. It is a fundamental. And also, I just wanted to check for every 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whether you are listening or not. But still, you people are cheating me, I know. Right? This is what a communication. So, who required the software product as well as who is actually developing the software product? There should not be a gap. So customer should be able to tell very clearly what is his requirement. As well as the developer also has to be tell every time when they have finished the program, the outputs as well as whatever it is generating, the desirable output, whether it is satisfied for the customer or not. A proper communication should be done to give a proper product. That is the first activity. If you open the Pressman, lot of galaxies you can be able to see, because for everything a vast of written content has been given to you. It is not so much easy. See, I cut all of those extra matters and simply I gave here according to the Pressman whatever slides. Okay, completely without your reading I'm explaining you. Please make use of this. Okay, so communication, there should not be actually a gap between a vendor and a client. A planning is nothing but an industry team has to plan very fine with the all previous experiences, past experiences, and has to allocate according to the customer requirement. When he is expecting on which date, which month the product, at the time he has to, the organization need to deliver the product. To implement this, there should be a very well planned. And a modeling is nothing but what? A modeling is a designing. Before delivering a product, graphically, some designs has to be produced by the organization and has to be exposed to the client, whether it is acceptable or not. See, when you are planning to construct a new house, what you will do? You will first of all design it, the plan. Okay, so for example, 100 square yards you have a plan, 10 square yards for this room and 5 square yards, for example, for playground, and 1 square yard for the car parking, you'll plan it now. That is only a design. Even for the software system, we'll give a constructive design, we'll give a plan, a graphical presentation. How we'll model a software system is nothing but we have some other languages again. We have languages to model the software. I can tell you one of the example is UML, Unified Modeling Language. Unified Modeling Language, which is used to generate a proper design for the software system. It will give you a constructive, yes, a graphical presentation for clear understanding of the developing software system. Even we, instead of reading or writing a lot of lines, paragraphs, data, if you look at into the diagram, you can be easily understand what it is. Similarly, in the diagramic presentation, what is the input, what is the output, how it is processing, what are the functionalities it is exposing, everything. If you give a diagram, it will give you a proper understanding for the customer also. So before implementing, before writing the code, normally we'll design it, we'll model it to generate a proper software system. And later, construction. Construction is nothing but, you can say, like implementation. You're, for example, you're developing a timetable management system. See, it is not an easy thing because lot of faculty, lot of students, right, and lot of departments, parallelly one faculty need to handle the classes for many classes, many courses, laboratories, other duties. So how to balance it? It is a complex system. So what you will do, you will divide it into the number of submodules. Second year, section C, section D, and parallelly the same faculty is taking class for fourth year, section A. So you are going to be dividing into the submodules. Parallelly, you are going to be writing the paths for the programming, and you are implementing the logical instructions in that program. You are dividing the complex tasks into the submodules, and you are writing the code for the submodules. This is what the construction. Okay, why we need to divide a project into the modules? Because it is a very big complex project. I just wanted to divide into the sub-functions, sub-programs. Later, I wanted to integrate it to generate a proper output. This is a construction. And now the deployment. See, deployment, we need to talk a lot, but for the time being, I'll tell you in the easiest way. Deployment is nothing but, for example, you returned a program in Python. You returned a program in Python. See, the Python program you written for routing the data packets in a network. Okay, program you written in Python. The program you written for routing the packets in a network. The program written in Python, but to run that Python program, you required a network simulator because it is a program related to the network. So what do you need actually in this scheme as nothing but you need not only your Python bindings, you require along with the Python bindings and libraries, some of other network simulator. So when you write a program and you are executing somewhere else in the environment of network simulator, you will call it as a deployment. Okay, see, normally you're writing a C program and you're executing a compiler. You're calling it as a normal development as well as execution, but you're not doing like this. You're integrating your platform along with some other simulators. Okay, this is also very much important. I think so. Deployment is very clear. See, I repeat, the 5 most important framework activities which are actually defined as part of the process framework. The very first one is communication. Second one is planning. Third one is modeling. Fourth one is construction. Fifth one is deployment. And as part of this process framework, we have some of other umbrella activities also. Yeah, 2 more minutes. I just wanted to finish this topic in today's class. Yes. Meanwhile, if you have any queries, you can post your questions in chat box. If you don't have any questions, means I just wanted to go through the next slide. Anyone, any questions? Respond, ma. Yes. Yes. Respond, some of you. No? No questions? Yeah, no questions. Srinath Reddy is saying that. Yes. I didn't understand 5I2. What you're saying? Umbrella activities. Yeah, I didn't start still now, no, the topic. Sure, we'll finish that one. Umbrella activities, we'll see now. Okay, we finished only framework activities. I told you umbrella activities as part of the process framework. It is involving a lot of other actions. I need to explain now what are the other actions. Okay, fine, Srinath. Is it okay? Yes. Uh, Yeah, deployment is a problem. Yes, I'll tell you deployment and no doubts, no doubts. Okay, remaining, I think so, no problem. Somebody is asking regarding that Prasanna 5G7. Yes, deployment. Yeah, I'll tell you Prasanna deployment. Yes. Yeah, developing is nothing but we know very well, we just writing a program. But whereas a deployment is nothing but as part of our software systems, when we are writing a logical program, many of the cases we require a different kind of platforms, a different kind of other executable environments also. Okay, fine. I told you one network simulator example. Okay, we'll take an example from Java. See, you have written a program, a simple Java. The .java program, how can you execute? Simply, you will run, you are deploying in a JDK. Deploying is nothing but what? You are going to be simply connecting and you are giving as an input your .java to the JDK. Later, your JRE is recognizing and interpreting and running the normal process. Okay, that is what a deployment. And let us take another example. You have written a program in Java only, but it is an advanced Java program like .jsp. JSP is nothing but Java server pages, which is a dynamic programming component of a Java. So to run this program, we need JDK, but not only JDK, we can be able to run it. To run your JSP, we need JDK, but still we need some other servers also. One of the most famous, efficient, open source freeware server is Apache Tomcat server. So what you will do is nothing but your JDK, you are integrating with the Apache Tomcat server. Now your JSP program, Java server page .jsp program, you are submitting to the JDK, and JDK is not enough. You are also submitting your input to the Apache Tomcat server to generate the outputs, to generate the proper output. So you are deploying your .jsp program in JDK as well as Apache Tomcat server. Why? To run a JSP, we require a server too, not only JDK. This is what deployment. Okay, see, when you're writing a big projects or even a simple project, Normally, you require a front-end full stack developer. We are listening now, very, very famous technique, trendy technology nowadays, full stack developer. It means front end we required, back end also we required. Front end is what? This all Java scripting languages, or a markup languages, or you can say your PHP. These are all front end. But back end, database. Backend is what? At least a simple MySQL admin database. Your SQL, at least you know very well, right? SQL. These are all database query languages. And in the middle to process, software tools you require. So when you write a program starting from front end and processing and store in the database, all are required. When you are deploying all of these in the integrated development environment tools, then only you will be able to run the program. This is what deployment. Simply, I will tell you, when you write a software application, whatever the required software tools, all you need to integrate with your written program. This is what deployment. Can I give some more examples, or is it okay now? Yes, tell me, Prasanna, is it okay? Deployment, did you understand? Yes, yeah. Yes, ma. Thank you. See, you can ask me any number of times. A doubt will be always doubt. Okay? See, any of you, if you have any doubt, even though you don't know what is software, you can ask me. Okay? See, let it clarify everything at least now. Already passed a lot of time, you enjoyed, you wasted. Okay, we cannot get it back, but at least now we'll try to rectify each and every small doubt, small term also we'll try to clarify it. I'm very happy today. You people are asking me the queries. Okay, but anyway, I think so the time is completed now. 11 to 12. So then umbrella activities, why to hurriedly we need to finish? We'll take some more time. We have a lot of time to close the syllabus actually. See, today's class we have finished objectives, major goals, and process frameworks and other explanations also. And this topic, this umbrella activities, we'll see in the next class. And I'm telling to you, the next class is very much important and very much interesting